The Federal Reserve Board meets next week. Here are questions reporters won't likely ask but should at the post-meeting press conference. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. The Federal Reserve Board Open Market Committee, which makes policy for our central bank, is getting together next week, which it formally does 8 times a year. After such a confab, Fed boss Jerome Powell holds a press conference where he makes a statement and then takes questions from journalists who routinely cover the doings of this powerful institution. You can expect an array of queries about interest rates, tariffs, tax cuts, the state of the financial system, maybe, and the condition of the economy. But there are a few fundamental questions that never get asked that get to the guts of how the Fed operates and what assumptions they hold about money that guide their decision-making. Here are some of them. They should also be addressed to Michelle Bowman, who has been nominated by President Trump to be the new number 2 at the Fed when she goes for her Senate confirmation hearing. Questions are, why do you believe prosperity causes inflation? How does increasing unemployment fight inflation? Why do you at times try to suppress or stimulate economic activity? Why do you think manipulating interest rates is the best way to manipulate the level of economic activity? Most economists recognize that rent controls distort the real estate market. Doesn't the monetary equivalent, trying to set interest rates, which are the price of renting money, distort credit markets? The definition of monetary inflation is the reduction in the value of a currency. When a currency loses value, it generally takes more of that currency to buy something. So why don't you ever refer to the importance of having a stable dollar? After all, money is supposed to measure the value of a product or service the way a clock measures time, or a scale measures weight, or a ruler measures distance. Looking back, what was the purpose of quantitative easing, dubbed QE, and what is your assessment of how well it worked? Would you consider doing it again? Did the long period of low or zero interest rates make it more easy for governments to borrow massive sums of money at virtually no cost? Was QE a cause of the huge explosion of debt in both the public and private sectors around the world? What role, if any, do measures of the money supply like M2 have in determining your monetary policy? What do you have against the gold standard? When we adhered to it, we never had inflation. There are, of course, other questions, but these are a good start. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions, and look forward to being with you soon again.